Welcome, my 9-inch fellow lovers. So, today we are going to be reviewing the 18th anniversary of Year Zero. Now, guys, I've recently posted my 9-inch nail tier list ranking. That is an older ranking, but I'm going to go ahead and go through the 9-inch nail catalog. This is one of my favorite bands, guys. I love this fucking band. Seen them live one time. They're on tour this year, 2025, and hoping I can go and get that in and see the boys. But other than that, guys, let's go and get into the review. Happy 18th anniversary, Trent Reznor, for one of your most creative albums, I'll say. This is one of your most creative albums, Year Zero. Great body of work. This album was damn near put into a TV series. Didn't work out because of, such and such reasons. Not because of the lack of creativity. Do not underestimate this album right here, guys. I'm sure if you hear, you already know about the album. If you haven't, guys, go and check this album out from top to bottom. Fucking every track means something. But if you guys are here and you know about the tracks, let's go and get into them. So, Year Zero came out in 2007. And due to 2025, we're at the 18th anniversary for Year Zero. Starting off with Hyper Power. Hyper Power is one of those adrenaline tracks. First of all, the concept of this album is really just based off kind of like I Am Legend. We're just in a city of nothing, but we're left with weapons and Christianity and, being in a world with just a lack of rights. And, or even if it is just consisting of all rights, whatever the power or whatever it might be, still a really powerful meaning, consists of vulnerability, loneliness, and sadness, violence. And so let's go and get into this, guys. I mean, the logo of the album is a gun along with a cross on it. So, I mean, it just stands for weapons, Christianity, and all we have is faith and weapons and all we can depend on. And sometimes it's like that. So yeah, guys, starting off with Hyper Power, good album to go and start off with great energy. Just feels like we're getting injected with a substance like Demi Moore, just getting injected with power, adrenaline to start off the album, which is a great way to start off the album, I would say. Instrumental track, then we lead into the Beginning of the End. Beginning of the End is a great track. This is when we start to hear Trent Reznor singing and basically letting us know that this is the beginning of the destruction that's coming about us. And brace ourselves, and that's all we can do. Great track. Love the, electronics going on in this track. Great drum beat going on, too. Bing, bing, ding, bing, bing, ding, bing, bing, ding, bing, ding, and stuff like that. So, great live track as well. Never heard it live, but really wish I would have been a 9-Inch Nail fan. Well, I was younger in 2007, but that Year Zero tour was really fucking something. That was, again, Trent's most unique, versatile, just digital tour he's ever done is the Year Zero stuff, guys. So next up, we have the single of the album, and that is Survivalism. Survivalism, great track, great music video as well. We have a bunch of TVs playing along with SWAT team, people barging in, people just dressed up and holding their weapons, shooting up shit, and the band just rocking out. You get Trent Reznor and just in black and white singing, just them rocking out. A little bit of a continuation from With Teeth, similar to what we get on the Hand That Feeds. But this one is Survivalism, black and white, along with the, again, the weapon industry going on a little bit, the police academy and stuff going on. So, great music video, great track. Really pump-up track as well. I think it's a great follow-up to the Beginning of the End. So, next up, we get track number 4, one of my personal favorites, The Good Soldier. Now, this track is really simple, guys. Nothing too much going on here, but that's the beauty of it, is that Trent Reznor is really good at making a track, as simple as it is, mean something and still hit home. And I love the instrumental of this track. Love the way Trent sounds. Love the lyrics. Love the hook. I am trying. Bing, bing, stuff like that. It just sounds so good. And his melodies. This is not where I should be. I am trying to believe. So good stuff, guys. So you get that going on track number 4. Also sounds really good live. If there's any, I mean, again, like I said, this track is not so digital like the rest of them, but this is one of my personal favorites off the album. Let me go and just get that out right there. So track number 5, guys, Vessel. This is probably not as crazy as The Great Destroyer, but the digitalness we get on this track, guys, is really fucking awesome. We get a great instrumental. Trent sounds good, along with the fucking hook going on. We get, my God, Go any faster, huh? So really good stuff on this one, guys. Really powerful hook. Goes with the theme of the album. Hits home. Blasts on the speakers. Great live track. I mean, all these tracks are great live, but I'm telling you, Vessel is just fucking crazy. I'm telling you. So next up, guys, number 6, Me, I'm Not. Now, personally, guys, I've seen this track live. Fucking hits home. Sounds great. The bass is hitting. You never know how, we appreciate 9 Inch Nails tracks. But when we hear them live, they hit even better, and we hear the appreciation. Now, Me, I'm Not. That one sounded so good live. Trent sounded great. Love the blue coloring that we got along with the live performance. This was back in 2022, and he killed it, guys. He killed it. That's what Trent does best, man. He just fucking kills it on stage and in the studio and on soundtracks. So yeah, guys, Me, I'm Not. I think that was another single on here, and really good stuff on that one. So number 7, Capital G, George Bush. Now, this is one of those tracks right here that has a little bit of a dance vibe going on, you know what I mean? Along with a really punch of aggression. And I think it's a great, if I'm not mistaken, that one might have been a single too, because that one would have been a great single along with Me, I'm Not and Survivalism. Great track. Sounds good in the speakers. To be honest, it's not one of my favorites on here, but it still is a great track. I really love the ending when it starts to progress, and then we get the instrumental a little bit, and the guitars kick in a little bit more and higher when it's like, used to be, now I used to stand for something. Like, it's a good track. Number 8, My Violent Heart. And there is violence in my heart. I do not wish for a better future for nobody. Trent Reznor, I just got done watching American Psycho, and he really sounds like Patrick Bateman in the end when he's like, this confession has meant nothing. That's what Trent really sounds like on this track, man. He's really just like, and there is violence in my heart. And he sounds really good. And when he goes, all hands in, bing, bing, ding, bing, 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 that shit is banging. Fucking great track on here. That is one I would love to hear live. Really would love to. Like I said, the slow progression of just him just talking, and then when he kicks in with that hook, fucking banging shit right there, guys. Can never go wrong with My Violent Heart. Do not underestimate that track. Number 9, The Warning. Bing, bing, bing. This one right here is just hitting you in the fucking face. If you're a dude in the nuts, if you're a girl in the clits. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, it fucking just kicks you hard right away. Just digitalness. Now, not to say any other track does that with Trent Reznor, but this one right away, and he goes, I heard a sign. You should have told me. Bing, da, bing, da, bing, da, bing, da, bing, da, bing, da, bing, bing. You will wash your ways and you will make amends. Or we're going to wash this place on clean. Or something like that, guys. But no, I'm just kidding. I know every Trent Reznor song. I usually like to work with the melodies and enjoy the tracks and switch them up because I listen to them so fucking much. But I'm telling you, that track right there sounds so good. That is another one right there that even if you don't see live, you will get your enjoyment from your speakers off that track right there. So The Warning, guys. Number 9. Number 10, God Given. This one just sounds like we're in a freaking Blade, gothic kind of a nightclub, just dancing, vibing going on. The hook is great. The lyrics are great. Like I was kind of just saying, like, kind of just saying, like, you don't belong here. Get your shit. You don't belong in this industry, and you're not one of us. You're different. Or everyone can interpret it how they will. That's how I interpret it. I interpreted it that I'm God-given, and the rest of you guys just don't have any faith. That's right. So yeah, guys, God-given, great track. Get some good dance going on. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Only off of With Teeth. You get that dance vulnerability going on a little bit on here. And again, Trent just so good at starting off a track and ending it. The end of this track reminded me of You Know What You Are, when we get those just high synths and just wow kicking in and shit. Really good shit. I love when Trent does that. So God-given, guys, number 10. Next up, Meet Your Master. Great fucking track right here. You do what they tell you. You do as you're told. This one right here sounds really video game-like. Really sounds like back to what he was doing off of Social Network. Not that, actually, this was before Social Network. Sorry about that, guys. But this one is really video game like. Not similar to Quake. That is a video game that Trent Reznor did off of Nine Inch Nails, but that does not sound digital. That just sounds like a dark abyss that you're just stuck in hell with fucking monsters and there's no lights, pure darkness. This one right here, this album has light. I mean, he says it on God Given. And Meet Your Master, great track, guys. Has a great punch to it, great kicks on the bass, great guitars going on. Trent sounds good. Bow down in position. And he's just like, come down, Julian, and then make it come faster, right around the bend. And it's a coming disaster. So you get that, guys. Meet Your Master. Great track. Love the singing. Come on down, come on. And the way I seen this one live, not personally, but off of YouTube and live performances. And man, he sounds really good on this track right here. And again, guys, really meaningful track, great hook. And this was one of the ones that I fell in love with. I remember when I was getting into Nine Inch Nails, the first album I ever checked out was With Teeth. I checked out With Teeth. I didn't know where to start. And I figured, hey, let me go and start with this one. The artworks really threw me off with Nine Inch Nails because I was like, he doesn't put himself on his covers. It's hard to decipher where I want to start because I'm just going to go based off the pictures and what I think is the best theme. So With Teeth looked like it was a good representation of Nine Inch Nails. I mean, the logo was in full. The Fragile was a little bit half, so it seemed kind of iffy. I was like, I mean, you know, it's halfway there. Seems a little digital. Seems like you didn't, you know, really knew what you were doing there. Turns out to be one of the best albums ever. And I checked out With Teeth, and With Teeth, again, that's an embracement. That's a great album. And I would say that's in my top 3 of Nine Inch Nails. For me, my favorites are like The Fragile, then it goes Downward Spiral, and then With Teeth. And then I would throw in maybe even Ghosts. I'm telling you guys, like Ghosts is really underestimated. I haven't listened to that one in quite a bit, but the journeys I was going on that one alone were just awesome. Trent Reznor really made that one for soundtracks to daydreams. So people can get lost in their thoughts and creativity and create things with their visuals and what they hear with the sound. And due to it having like fucking 30 tracks, there's a lot of zoning out and visuals and daydreams and creativity and ideas you can come up with on your own. Now, I've yet to do any covers off of Ghost because I want to keep it for what it is. I'm not going to satire any other tracks for, you know, because I kind of come in rapping. And not to say I don't have confidence in myself, but I do think the beauty of those tracks are meant to be daydreams. And if you are going to come in, it has to be a certain way. I mean, look at Lil Nas X with the Country. Turned out great. It was really catchy, but throughout time, it's just one of those that I think is just going to fall flat and help build his career, but didn't really do much for Nine Inch Nails. I mean, quite frankly, I mean, I'm sure it's not something Trent Reznor is bumping. Maybe he felt, you know, flattered over the fact that people are checking out Ghost and the fact that he reintroduced Ghost to the people. But other than that, guys, some tracks need to be left alone and not covered and just be instrumentals. Ghost is one of those. And, again, sorry about that, guys. Just talking about my journey with Nine Inch Nails. You know, how I got into them at first. Like I said, checked out With Teeth. Great album. Then I remember checking out Year Zero. This one next. And I remember I was being like, oh, holy shit. I'm not gonna lie, With Teeth, I was a little bit like, okay. What was really getting me were the beats. I was really enjoying the beats and stuff. Honestly, guys, when I first started Nine Inch Nails, I was thrown off. I was like, holy shit, dude, what is this guy doing? This is fucking crazy. I mean, the first tracks I was really hearing were Closer, and then I got into like With Teeth. So I remember hearing like With Teeth and being like, whoa, dude, like this dude's style really switched up. He's really just on like the drum and bass and guitars and stuff like that, not so much the digital chaos. But Year Zero was one of those that made me, I think that this was the one that made me click with the album. I think this is the one that really made me enjoy Nine Inch Nails and be like, okay, guys, like this fucking band has potential. I see what this dude's doing here. His voice goes great with this. He's being creative. He's working outside the box. These fucking beats are different. This is what we need right here. This sounds different from With Teeth. This is a little bit throwback to Closer, Nine Inch Nails on Downward Spiral. So I was like, okay, dude, this is the one. So just wanted to say, guys, this was the one that I think that solidified me to be a Nine Inch Nails fan as an overall album. Again, it's in my top 5, but I I clicked with this album, being like, okay, when I was checking out Nine Inch Nails, I remember I was like just not playing as background noise, but just multitasking with things. And I think that I was like 9 tracks in or 10 tracks in, and I was like, holy shit, dude! Like from what I was hearing, there's like 6 tracks I wanted to go back to, and that's always a good sign when you're letting an album play and you're like, okay, like I'm like 10 tracks in, and to be honest, like I'm loving what I'm hearing. And the other tracks, it's not that I didn't like, but there was a lot of standouts. And that's the beauty of Nine Inch Nails, man. That shit stood out like a motherfucking sore thumb, like a fucking just, you know what I mean? Just stood out just like sunshine. Beautiness. Like Marilyn Manson, beauty and horniness. So yeah, guys, let's go and get back to the tracks. Next up, we got the Greater Good instrumental track. This one right here, a little bit of drum and bass. Bing, ding, bing, bing, ding, bing, bing, ding. Great track right here, real vibey. Sounds good in the speakers. One of those where you can just like, you know what I mean? Have your sunglasses just hang off your nose where your eyes can just see everything and, you know what I mean? Look all badass, where you're just like walking around, riding around. This is one of those songs where you just ride. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, Greater Good. Good shit right here. Good instrumental. Like I said, just a viber. Feels like a little bit of a breather, but we still get a little bit of aggression going on here, guys. Do not underestimate Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor is one of those guys that would just pat you on the back and after just elbow you in the fucking chin. So next up, guys, track number 13, The Great Destroyer. Now, earlier, guys, I was saying that Vessel might be one of the most aggressive tracks on here. We get into Great Destroyer, man. Trent Reznor starts off singing, a little bit of rapping going on. I hope they cannot see the limitless potential and all this stuff. And it sounds really good. And then we just get that fucking digital Aphex Twin just shit going on. Now, to be honest, when it comes to this whole album, if you want to bang for your buck and you want to get a track off this album live, you're going to want to go with Great Destroyer. Trent's is breaking those pianos, those synths, for at least a good 3 minutes for the last of the fucking song. Now, a lot of artists don't really get that crazy in their songs, but there's just a solo of him just getting fucking crazy on the synths and just pew, 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 pew. Just sounds like Star Wars and just Star Treks. And speaking of that, he's doing a new Nine Inch Nails soundtrack for Tron. Let's stay tuned for that, Nine Inch Nails fans. So yeah, guys, The Great Destroyer. Next up, another version of The Truth. This is a breather. This is a breather. This is one of those where it's just like, we're vibing, we're chilling, and we kind of just blowing off some steam, sitting on our thoughts. The destruction and just, you know what I mean? Like just catching our breath. Loneliness. Being alone for a bit. Another version of The Truth. Not really much to say about that one, guys. Instrumental. To be honest, not one I really go to a lot, but it's still a beautiful track. If I'm not mistaken, just get some beautiful pianos and just a good vibe. So next up, guys, In This Twilight. Love this fucking track right here, guys. We're getting close to the end a little bit here. In This Twilight. Now, this is one of those right here when he's like, just talking about the black and white, light and bright, and all that stuff. The beauty of this song is great. The beat, when it's like bing, psh, bing, bing, psh, bing, bing, psh, bing, bing, psh. Such a beautiful beat. Honestly, this is one of those beats where it's like, I honestly think that this is like one of those songs that anyone can hear and probably just like vibe to. Bob their head, vibe for the rappers, hip hop fans, pop fans, rock fans, ambient fans, alternative fans, metal fans, whatever the fuck you are. This is something that is for everybody. In This Twilight. Beautiful track, guys. Love this track, right? The instrumental, the lyrics, Trent sounds beautiful as always. Live performance as well. And you can never go wrong with In This Twilight. Bing, 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 bing. So next up, guys, last track on the album, Zero Time. Now, wow. Trent just, man. This guy right here is just, he is good at sounding, really soft-spoken. And then just, again, coming in with the deeps. The hook of this track is great. May God have mercy on our dirty little hearts. That is some good shit right there. I love that. I love this song. The hook is great. The instrumental, it's like, bing, 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 bing. Man, that shit hits home. And they end off the album with this. Now, guys, we start off with the bang with Hyperpower, the beginning of the end, bing, ding, ding, bing, ding, bing, ding, zero sum. Ending off with zero sum by ourselves. No more three sums, no more double sums, no more whatever it is. We're by ourselves. Like I said, I am legend. All we have is ourselves, the Bible, and our guns. Now, guys, zero sum, like I said, man, this is a great way to end off the track. If I have to say another personal favorite, my favorite is The Good Soldier and also In This Twilight and Zero Sum. Those got to be my top three off this album. The Good Soldier, In This Twilight, and Zero Sum. Top three off this album for your boys. Guys, year zero. Nothing else to be said. If you haven't already, check this album out. If I'm not mistaken, I've yet to see this one on vinyl. Nine Inch Nails has been, displaying coming soon on their website for a couple years now. When it comes to, I believe, the Slip and a Ghost vinyl, and I believe a Year Zero vinyl. I've yet to see one. But other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Year Zero, you can never go wrong. If you want some good music, I check out the fucking Fragile. This is one of my favorite albums ever by Nine Inch Nails. Also, you can go and check out Downward Spiral. That is another one of my personal favorites by Nine Inch. And then if I gotta say another three, that's, With Teeth. Top three by Nine Inch Nails, guys. If you want to hear my full thoughts on the rest of the catalog, posted a tier list ranking yesterday. But that is an older tier list ranking. Probably going to do a new one coming soon. Just give me, a little bit more time to catch up with the catalog. Know all the songs by heart. But some things change, guys, due to timing, experiences, things of nature, things of life. And where I'm at today or where I'm going to be at in the future when I do the ranking. Thank you guys for tuning in. Year zero. Happy anniversary. 18th anniversary, guys. Thank you, Trent Reznor, for providing us with this fucking beautiful music, saving our lives. This guy's a superhero. That's why I don't really get into Marvel movies, because my superheroes are Trent Reznor. Dude is Captain America. Dude is Thor. Incredible Hulk. Dude's a Spider-Man. And with this album right here, just got me feeling like freaking Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, X-Men, whatever it is, you name it. Alrighty, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Trying to see what other anniversaries are coming up. I have a good time doing these anniversaries. That way that it's the anniversary and the day of. That way we're going back in time because guys, these albums came out when I was younger. 1999 when The Fragile came out, I was like 10 when Year Zero came out. So I wouldn't have been really up to date with that, as a kid. But as today, guys, we're appreciating it for what it is. And we're appreciating the anniversaries because good work deserves to be appreciated. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what else you want me to talk about and review. Any anniversaries coming up. Let me know in the comment section, whether that can be movies, albums, whatever it is, you name it. Let's go and talk about some good music, guys. And stay tuned for more. The topics. Thank you for watching. Deuces!